Okay, and we are back in Conan Exiles, Isle of SIPTAH. I hope my check. If you can't hear me, let me know. But we're going to assume that it is working here. We are back in the ancient and mysterious Isle of SIPTAH. I am the gray-haired gamer, your host. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, and today we will be uncovering the Riddle of Steel. And we finally made it up to level 30 in our experience, so that has allowed us to unlock steel manufacturing. And we're going to explain how to do that. We'll be going back to our old friend the furnace here and see how we're doing. We've got plenty of coal. We have our steel fire and we have our steel bars. Again, we put the iron stone in here. It cooks into iron bars, and then iron bars plus steel fire equals steel bars. So not much of a mystery, I suppose. But it'll go a long way to helping us out here. Because now we can also, we have upgraded to a steel short sword. Looks like we need to upgrade our next step in shields as well. And there's also one tool we want to make, but we want to make that iron because it's cheaper to repair, and there's going to be a cleaver so that we can have food here for Kill a Cat, who right now has none. Let's see how... Oh, I did not want to do that. I want to check your inventory, Silver. I want to see how much food you've gotten. And you have a little bit. So we're going to make an iron run and get that started. And we're going to use that to make an iron cleaver. And when we have that, we're going to go kill some rhinos and hopefully get a real amount of food for Killer Cat and ourselves. So let's go. We have the maelstrom going, it looks like. Yep. But we're not going in that area. We're heading down here to this safer area. Looks like somebody set up a animal pen there. One of our neighbors. It is a little twitchy getting those large buildings placed out here on open ground. We're going to go up here by our neighbor. Oh, there's some there, and we're going to start collecting up some iron. Iron and possibly some more coal. Again, we should be safe in this area, but if something would pop up, we got Kill a Cat watching our back. It does make a huge difference when you get that first animal companion or thrall to fight for you, as well as making the difference using that extra inventory. So we're going to see what we can snag up here. I guess it could be considered a little bit rude seeing as how we're taking resources right in front of our neighbor's house. But they do respawn, so it's not like we're stealing from them. And it was his choice to put his little fortress here right where all the resources are. So okay, and again, we have not made the Tinker's Bench yet. The Tinker's Bench, we touched on a little bit, will allow us to make a kit, an armor kit, that can reduce the weight of the armor we're wearing. So that'll really reduce our encumbrance and let us carry a bit more. Need more iron bars, so we may be finished on this little run. Okay. It's alright, we'll be able to come right back. And now that we have silver here, we don't have to shoe leather express it. We can ride where before we were walking. Okay, we can, while we're here, get Silver some food. We want to make a cleaver first before we go get kill a cat some food. But we can hook up Silver with a bit of some grubs and berries. He doesn't need a whole lot of food because he's usually not in combat that much. We've changed his settings so that he stays back a little bit from us and hopefully keeps him out of combat a little more. And now that we have kill a cat here as well, we will take the brunt of the combat, not Silver, our horse. And there we got 72 more. Excellent. Okay, let's go make a tool, and we'll get Killer Cat some fresh meat. Okay, we don't need the steel right now. And again, when you use your furnace and things, it prioritizes. It takes the most basic elements first. So it will take all of this iron stone, and turn it into iron bars before it takes the iron bars and the steel fire and turns them into steel bars. You can see the priority down in the bottom right there, the crafting quay. So we need, I believe it's 20 or 30 iron bars to make a new tool. We want the iron cleaver. Yes, it does take 30. So we have to chill out here for just a moment. We are going to put our horse in guard mode, so he stays here at the house and doesn't follow us. We're only going to go down there and go after our friends the rhinos. Okay, 11 finished. Do we have any iron bars left? In any of our benches? Okay, that's steel bars there. We'll collect those up. Do we have any iron bars back here? Nope, just coins. Say, with all these benches, the management part can get confusing. So it's always best to give a look through your benches and see what they're hiding. Like, we can clean all this out of there. Looks like we are due for another upgrade in our storage. Take that. And we're also going to take out these horns. They're pretty much useless. When in doubt, we can use our benches as extra storage until we get something better built up. How we doing? 20 iron bars. A few more to go, and we'll be able to make our cleaver. Again, the difference being when we use our skinning knife, we get mostly hides or pelts and a little amount of meat. With the cleaver, it's the opposite. You get a lot of meat, but only a very few hides. We needed the hides early on in the game to make our armor, but now that we have that accomplished, we can focus on getting some food. Okay, just a couple more left. We don't have to worry that Kill a Cat is going to die of starvation. It only really affects them when they're in combat and they get hurt, to help them regenerate. So we don't have to be in a huge hurry to get Killa his dinner. And it looks like one more iron bar and we'll be good to go. Yeah, there we are. That should be our 30. Yep. And do we need sticks, or do we need wood for a handle? Sticks. Okay, we can make our cleaver. And there it is. Now we're going to swap that out for our sickle for right now. Come on, Killa. Let's go get you something to eat. Now we do have these deer down here, but for the food that they drop, we would much rather have exotic meat, or if we can find it, exquisite flesh. And by using our meat cleaver, we have a much better chance. That one looks almost like a baby. We have a much better chance of getting exquisite flesh. Okay, he's down. Let's try it out. See there, we got exquisite flesh. Now with this, when we feed this to Killa, okay, he immediately eats one, and we check his stats. Now you see his strength has 7% chance to jump up when he levels up, as well as vitality. And those are the two key things we want. We want strong, and we want a large health pool. So we're going to keep him on the exquisite meat. We got a head, which is for taxidermy. You can make wall trophies, but I don't care about that. we'll decorate later. Let's see if our friendly rhinos are out here. While the maelstrom, yes they are. While the maelstrom is going on, we don't want to travel into that area, but luckily these guys are on the outside. Okay, here we go. And now we are using a steel short sword, so we should be able to knock these guys down a lot quicker than we used to. And there we go. As well, our follower leveled up. Okay, with that we only got exotic flesh, but we can cook that up for ourselves. Like I said, we want to try and keep him on the exquisite flesh. We may have to backtrack and kill a few more deer. I think they give a better chance to give the exquisite flesh when we're using the meat cleaver. This poor thrall just standing out here in the wind and the rain for like a week now. I would say the person that had that thrall probably left the game and is probably not coming back. Okay, so here we have some deer. There's 3 of them up here. Excellent. We're gonna take these guys and hopefully get some exotic or exquisite flesh out of them. Oops, come on now, we want the cleaver. And that sound should be, yes, should be the end of the maelstrom. Good, now we can travel a little further out. And what are we not? Okay, we only got savory flesh for that one. Said it is only a chance. You are not guaranteed to get exquisite flesh. Okay, now with the steel weapon here, we're taking these guys down even before Kill a Cat has a chance to jump in. All savory flesh. Yeah, it's not going to give him the attributes that we want. We want to keep him feeding on that exquisite and getting the attributes that we want out of him. And we do not want to put that other meat in his inventory, even for him just to carry it, because he will eat it. So we'll cook that up for our own use and go back out and take us a couple more rhino. There was also the caribou further on down there by those trees that they also have a good chance to drop the exquisite flesh that we want. In fact, I think we're going to skip over these 2 rhino for right now and go specifically for the caribou. We did have that 1 skull boss caribou that was spawning up in these trees. Let's check. Kill a Cat, you're up to level 7, 2,200 hit points. He could probably take a 1 skull boss by himself. I would say it'd probably be borderline. With our help, he could probably do it, but I'd rather err on the side of caution and let him be at least level 10 before we start sending him in after bosses. Here's this other caribou that is not a boss that we can kill, and hopefully get some more exquisite flesh. And boom, that killer cat leap attack, man, it is downright deadly. And only savory flesh again on that one. We got skunked. And we don't want to head. Alright, so let's see if we can go up here and kill a... Oh, we leveled up ourselves. But we want to go up here and take out a couple more rhino. Oh, there's 2 of them. Going to keep circling here. See if we can help out Killa. Okay, 1 down, 2 down. Excellent. Even 3 or 4 days ago, us coming up here and trying to take on 2 rhinos at once with Kill a Cat without our heavy armor. Without our steel weapons would have been downright impossible. We did get a bit of exquisite meat there for Killa. Here, buddy. Since, yeah, he ate all of that already. And he eats 1 immediately and starts regenning, healing. There you can see Kill a Cat, his vitality is up to 11, giving him an extra 1,400 health points. Hit points, excellent. Strength is still only at 3, that's pretty low, but hopefully that will continue to grow here. We have quite a few more levels before Kill a Cat is maxed out. He's not even at level 10 yet. When he hits level 10, it will unlock his first perk. They're random perks. Your human thralls get those as well at level 10, level 15, and then at level 20 when they max out. It can give stat bonuses, but it can also give negatives to your stats or your animal stats as well. So that's just the luck of the draw kind of thing, and it's always a bummer when you get an awesome companion and then they get a crappy roll on their bonuses. Should be another rhino up here somewhere. Yes, there we go. We can take them down. There's two more. Sweet. So now we can roll in here and know that we should... Oh, there's 3. We know we shouldn't have too much problem. There's another one up on the hillside. But again, we're not going to be crazy. We're not going to just roll into the middle of these guys. We still want to try and engage them one at a time. But they are just hanging right together there. Come on, separate out. If we can get one to chase us and lure him away from the others, yeah, that's ideally what we want to do. Engage these guys one at a time. Even if we can draw one off, kill him, there we go. Kill him and then go fight the other 2. That's still better than trying to fight 3. And you can see here we're taking very little damage compared to before. And there we go, Kill a Cat on the attack. makes that great, great kill. We are still only getting exotic flesh from these guys. We want to try and get us some more of that exotic meat. Or exquisite flesh, I'm sorry. That comes more likely to come from the deer. We do have a little bit of daylight left here. The sun is sinking. But there should be a couple more deer over here where we found the baby horse. Again, this is right next to the lay shrine. We'll show you on the map where that is here. This big black area is our lay shrine, and we did find our baby horses right in here, and there were some deer as well. Where the rhinos were, we were just right in this area where we found the rhinos. This is also an excellent place to come get some iron, and more importantly, brimstone. This is undefended brimstone up here. Where we had gone before to take brimstone in this ravine, we found brimstone up here, but we also had to contend with some snakes who are minor threats, and scorpions. But we can down here by the lay shrine, we can take this brimstone with no worries. Okay, let's see how this deer does to give us the kind of meat we're looking for. Savory flesh. Again, bummer. Then there's our baby foal. That's how we got silver. And hitting a little bit of lag, folks. Apologize for that. It's out of my control. But it looks like this neighbor's been busy. And say it really, I give credit where credit's due. One of the cool parts of this game for me on multiplayer is seeing the creativity, seeing these designs come to life. I've seen some pretty amazing constructs as far as it comes to bases, fortresses, whatever you want to call them. I mean, he's got a great big. That took him a lot of work. So definitely my hat's off. Okay, now there is off in the distance that rock monster. You'll notice he is very, very large. That is another world boss. I believe he is a 3 skull. I'm not going to run in and target lock him just to find out though. But he is definitely a 1 skull or a 3 skull world boss. Like the giant caribou we saw next to the rhinos. There's a little exquisite meat. Excellent. And those come from just plain old deer. That is definitely a big difference you can see there between using the skinning knife on these animals and using the meat cleaver. Okay, so we want to stay away from that fella out there, but we can check some more around this area before it gets too dark. Okay, and there's his NPC's fighting somebody. Okay, so we did not make that kill, but we can definitely take care of the corpse. We can help out with that. Now there we just got feral flesh. That was kind of a bummer. And you can see a wide range. You can get more than just human and animal NPCs guarding you. And that one's a fighter, that one's also probably a fighter, and that one's also a fighter. And you can also get quite a bit of customization in the armor sets when you put the dye packs on. Yeah, this fella put in a lot of work. That thrall there is lugging around star metal weapons. So we want to head back to our base, and we're going to use this lay shrine as a landmark. We are pretty encumbered here from food. If I wasn't, I would be snagging up a bit of this this brimstone so that we can make some more steel. But we can always come back for it. And there we can vaguely see a darker shadow. That's the tower where our base is. Again, one of the advantages of picking a spot like that is you can find your base from a very long way away. What's going on? Why we got doom music? Oh, that's why we got doom music. And again, since we told Killer Cat to guard us, he is not automatically going to attack. Even when he gets attacked, he will only jump in when we get attacked. So I had to jump in and throw a few swats to get Killa to jump into that battle. Okay, there we can see our tower much clearer now. Oh, we got a chance for some exotic meat here. Yes, we did get a little bit. 8 more. Wow, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. So you can see we're slowly getting him a little bit of a stockpile of food. So that's a good thing. We want to make sure we keep him healthy. As well as when we had Silver up here, we wanted to make sure he kept a little bit of food, kept him healthy. And looks like we are out of fuel. Do we have any wood? Yes, we do. We'll take half that stack. Nope, okay, we'll take the whole thing and split it in our inventory then. Okay, now we'll be good to go to make some food. And Killa, I want you to stand guard out of the way a little bit. See, we loaded up on that run using that meat cleaver. While we did not get the exact food that we wanted, we got quite a bit. Eventually we will be able to make a preservation box, like a refrigerator, ice box, that we can put this food in and it will not spoil nearly as quickly. Okay, let's take a quick look here. We did level up. Ooh, we are almost to our next perk for vitality, which is the temperature effects are diminished when we go into very cold or very hot areas. The perk we were shooting for with vitality is the third one, though, the fierce vitality, the passive health regeneration. Even when we get that, we will still want to be carrying our wraps or healing potions because it is a very, very slow it's a very slow regeneration. Now we have 3 points left. It's not enough to boost up our strength anymore or our vitality. We can put 1 into grit and 1 into survival. Our encumbrance, I think, is okay right now. When we get the Tinker's Bench and get the armor reduction kits, we will be just fine. So I think we're going to go ahead and put 2 points into grit. We will put 1 more into our survival. And that'll do it for our attribute points for this level. We always want to be checking for new technologies. And it looks like we have unlocked the reinforced or improved benches. We now have a reinforced animal pen that is just stronger. We have improved armor's bench, improved furnace, that all have an improved version. We have unlocked the steel skinning knife, but I'm not going to spend points on that because, like I said, my philosophy is to stick with the iron. It doesn't get you as much per swing, but it's so much easier to repair. And again, once we have the Tinker's Bench, we will be able to make efficiency kits for our tools, and when we apply them to our iron tools, they will perform the same as the steel tools. Okay, so one thing that we want to do, since we're needing to build all these benches, and that there's a few more benches we need to build, we're going to go ahead and build us a little bit of a big room here, so that we can put on a second floor. We were going to go ahead and move these all up top, but that's taking a little longer than we expected. So we're going to expand our area by putting up a second floor. So now we also need to expand our storage. We're going to need 1 more storage box. And again, we're just making plain ones right now. I dropped the string that I had made earlier. That's okay. We have plenty of plant fiber thanks to our sickle. We can craft up some twine. What we're going to do is take advantage. We put in 1 row of the flotsam floor pieces here in with the stone, just to break it up a little bit, give some contrast. But I think what we're going to do now is come right along the outside of this wood and put walls up. So we will still have a walkway around our room. We will still have access to our defensive positions. But again, we will be able to build up and put a second floor on. And the only thing we'll have to do is build a set of stairs. And we will double our space for these benches. Okay, we have enough now for our storage box, we're going to hit the right bumper and clear our building quay, whatever you want to say it. Now eventually we're going to be making these large chests, but right now we're just going with the cheap stuff. And it is done. Excellent. Okay. Now again, we can stack these up a little bit. That's as good a place as any. Okay, now we can dump off all these things. And guess what? We're going to have to go harvest materials. Again, we want to have a little bit of contrast. We built a lot of our foundations using the sandstone set, and to get the contrast, we're going to use the flotsam set. So we're going to need a large amount of wood and a small amount of stone. Before we do that, I must made again a rookie mistake, not checking on my tools. So we're going to snag that up. You can see that it's continuing. Our furnace here is making. We ended up with 90 iron or steel bars out of that. Good deal. We don't want to turn all of our iron into steel, so you want to keep an eye on that. Okay, now we can repair. What the heck? There. Whoa, hitting a lag. A little bit of lag there, folks. Sorry about that. But now we can repair that tool. Any of our other tools need repaired? No. Now we will need steel bars to repair our weapon. Like I said, with the iron tools, very quick, easy, cheap to get repairs. Okay, Silver, come on with you, buddy. Come on with me. We're going to use your inventory, and Killer Cat's going to hang out at home. We know this is a safe area. We're going to start loading up these materials. And if you are enjoying the videos, enjoying the content, if you find them helpful at all, please consider giving a thumbs up, a like, a follow. You can leave a comment or a chat comment if there's something that you'd be interested in seeing. If there's questions that you want to have answered, I'll definitely do my best to try and help out. What did I just do? Yeah, we'll definitely be glad. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I dropped my cleaver, or my sickle. But if there's comments, if there's things that you'd like to see or have questions you want to have answered, definitely feel free to drop those questions off in a comment or in chat. I'll definitely do my best to help you out. If you're getting into to playing this game multiplayer and you want to team up, always up for a team up, especially games like this. It does make it a bit easier when you have a buddy out there. Again, love to meet some of the other players. Hear some of your stories about this ancient and mysterious island. And we're always looking for ways to improve our content. Hey, good job, Silver, using that extra inventory space to our advantage. Oh, and there's some food for you, buddy. We'll take care of you while we're out here. Get you a little treat. Now, he can eat seeds, and we have plenty of them from harvesting plant fiber, but I have a better use for seeds, and that is getting oil by using the fluid press. And oil is more important to us than it is as a food source. We have better uses for it. Oh, and there we got a rock monster. We did not trigger him, so we're going to back on up out of there. You can see here from our heavy armor that it is not taking much for us to get over encumbered. But we'll be fixing that when we get our Tinker's Bench. To get our Tinker's Bench, unfortunately, we need some more room. So hence us building a little bit of a house so we can have a second floor. Now we have to keep in mind the pieces, the building pieces that we're going to need is we're going to need wall pieces. We're going to need at least one door frame. We're going to need some ceiling pieces. But the big thing right now is going to be walls. You can build your floors one block apart. You know, put up one wall, put a ceiling over top of it, but it's kind of claustrophobic and kind of cramped, especially when you're trying to put some of the benches in. So I usually go 2 walls high to make 1 story. And we will show you that here in just a moment. Okay, so first things first, kill a cat. We want to move and guard you. We want you to move. Okay, we're not going to do any building over there. Same thing with Silver. Come on, buddy, up here. Somewhere, there we go, so that we know they'll be safe and out of the way. Now we only need to take the wood and the stone here, and we're going to there's our flotsam door frame. Now you don't want to confuse that with the gate. The gate is the big one, so we're going to want one door frame for now. Now this is one section of wall that you can make that has a window in it, and then there is a second wall, this one, that has no window. What I like to do is make 1 row with no window. We'll make 10 of those, And then I like to do one row with the windows on top. What else are we going to need to make? We will need a few ceiling tiles. But we need the rectangular ones right here. So we will craft 10 of those as well. And that should get us a decent start. I will show you how all these pieces go together. Alright, we'll start here at the corner. Again, we want to make sure the outer face is actually facing outwards. It is. From the lettering as well as the arrow, we can tell that. So we will start with this corner. Now that one's backwards. Right trigger to flip it. There we go. And we will build up this corner a little bit. Yeah, you have to check each and every one because it will flip around on you. And then you're just wasting time and materials. We do want to put us our doorway right in here somewhere. Let's put that right here. Again, want that outer facing to where we can read it. Okay, so we have that section of wall done. Like I said, you can build this way and put a ceiling right there, but it's kind of cramped. So I take and put a wall with windows as a row on top of that. Okay, so that got us a little bit of a start. We're gonna continue that on around. We will have to move a bench or two before that. And we're gonna make this little area here a room. Okay, so now we have our wall 2 levels high, and now we can put ceiling above that. And we're also going to want to think where we want to have steps, because to build the second floor we're going to need steps. I think we may put them right here in this corner going up, so we'll have to move this bench as well, and no, probably not that bench. So there's our casting bench over in the corner, as well as our carpenter's bench we're going to need to move. Let's see if we can get a few more wall pieces set. Uh-oh. Where did that second one go? And then we will be able to take and put like a door frame up on the second floor, build a balcony out. Over top, we can put an extra door frame in to go out the other side. There's a lot we'll be able to do with this. So, how are we doing on supplies? Yeah, we should have enough to build us our steps. So we're going to return that to inventory. We're going to build one ceiling to put here. That's going to be our platform, our landing for when we put the stairs up. We're going to need 2 flotsam stairs. And again, with the flotsam, you can make with railing or without. And again, these steps can be a little twitchy. You want to be double sure before you place them. Okay, so now we have to demolish this, as well as this one. And there you can see now we can put up our steps. And we will have a second floor, have a lot more room for tools and benches and storing. So let's go ahead and continue. We're going to make what we got left in materials, only 5 of them, into ceiling tiles. That's it. Okay. At least now we have a little bit of room up here. We can move this bench up. What I like to do as far as organization is I like to have my the things I use the most, or the most important things, located on the first floor right when you come in the door. So that's going to be our iron and steel production, our weapon production, and armor. Things like this carpenter's bench, processing wood, things like that for me are not as high priority. So I'm going to move them up to the second floor. And now we can take our caster's bench. Again, that is another item that's not high priority. And you'll notice when we put that bench back in our inventory, it also picked up everything that was inside the bench and put that in our inventory as well, so we didn't lose anything. Do we have room to put that there? No, we do not. But we should be able to put it, yeah, right here. Now we don't want to go too close to the edge out there, because it will we had it. We don't want it to interfere if we put walls up later. Let's see. Yeah, see how it's off a little bit. We put it too close to this edge, the wall pieces will not want to snap in, will not want to lock up. So you can see we made some more developments. Again, we're going to eventually tear this down and build another tower out here. Probably just a 1-story or 2-story tower, but we want to build a bigger diameter one just to block off this area so we can put fence up and make it purge proof. But that'll be again in another future episode. We're getting closer to that point. But we always want to be thinking while we're building this piece about what comes next. So now we have an area over here. We can move our storage boxes over here. We can move our fire, our bedroll over here and be out of the way with that. In fact, I think we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, we are going to we will be moving this bench, our saddler's bench, out of here as well. so it won't be a big a block. Let's do that. We'll move that upstairs. Get reorganized a little bit. We did say in previous episodes that just because we plop something down doesn't mean it's permanent. All these benches we can move them around and get them where we need them to go. Now this is also going to be just a temporary placement until we get the rest of the wall finished off, the rest of this room finished off. But now we're going to get really encumbered because we're going to pick up all this stuff. Move our boxes out of the doorway. Put them in underneath this little alcove here. And take this opportunity to get our inventory straightened up. Block your spawn point. Okay, alright. We'll put them over here. We're cool with that. We do want to leave a little space to get into our fire. Okay. Now again, the first one I like to take and put my basic materials, wood, stone, seeds, hide, sticks, things like that. We'll also put the shaped wood in there. There's more wood, more plant fiber. There's sticks. That would be also what we consider a basic thing. Twine, also a basic thing. Yeah, salt and crystal resin. These are all things to be considered basic items. And then in the second one, I'd like to put like our leftover building material here. Our secondary, well, tar would be considered a primary one. We can put these hides in there. We'll put the tar in there as well. You can see we're slowly getting things cleaned up here a little bit. We'll put in these building materials. We'll put in our steel bar. Here's where we'll drop our aloe. And then in this third box, we'll put our potions and food, anything for like healing. We'll also put these seeds in here in case we want to grow those later. And you see we made quite a few potions. That's good. You never have enough. Never have enough potions. Okay, we're going to keep a second stack on us. Just get everything organized. It only takes a few minutes here now, but it will pay for itself later on. Now that mace, we have a box. And there we go. We have a box over here with extra armor and weapons. So whenever we do get human thralls, human NPCs following us, that we will have some gear for them. Okay, so we've been doing pretty good there. We're up just over an hour, so I think we're going to go ahead and close this episode. Again, next time we're going to, you guessed it, gather more materials, and we're going to finish off this wall over here and the ceiling, and get started on a second story, getting things organized with our benches up there. their future products or plans. Again, we want to start on this staircase. We have plans for a staircase to get us upstairs, as we call it, to the more defended area. We also need to do a little redesign here and get us a armored doorway or gateway for more protection. Our purge meter is at almost nothing, so we have, again, a good amount of time before we need to worry about the purge showing up. But when it does, we want to be ready. So we want to keep plugging away on these few projects. Again, we'll probably put another doorway over here for in the future when we build this tower out here, we'll have a doorway where we can go out and go in that tower. What we use that tower for yet, we're not sure, but we'll figure something out. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. Again, I'm the Gray-Haired Gamer. I'm your host. Had a really good time out here, running around, killing some stuff, getting some exploration, getting a little creativity going with our build. So until next time, we will say keep on thriving and surviving out there, Exile. It's a dangerous land, but like Conan, you are badass enough to tame it. Catch us out on Twitch, catch us on YouTube, all our past episodes. And again, if you like the content, you like the videos, please consider giving a thumbs up, a like, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and every little bit of your support goes a long, long way in keeping these channels up and keeping this content flowing. So until next time, aka tomorrow,